Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Jones. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Packers had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Rodgers now on first down. And that'll be complete to Dillon. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. Throwing is Rodgers. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense holds on the night's opening drive. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Flush to his right. And his throw here's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
Fielded right around the 8. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Buying time to his... They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 41.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads. And
he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Fields trying to throw for it. And this will be caught. So the try for 2, good. And it pushes them out to a 15-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Rodgers now on first down. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter play. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. He'll let this go deep for Lazard. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Darren Waller, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers get a bit closer.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Rodgers will throw for it. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. One play action. Fields sliding out of the pocket. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Eluding the pressure right.
That's complete to Mooney.
An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. Running for it, Montgomery. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Out of the gun, Fields. He's got a man. It's his fullback. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
I'm in the game.
A shotgun snap, Fields. They'll roll him out right. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Montgomery. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Off play action. Fields. And again back to Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. The ball comes out, and that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Santos' kick is up and through. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going. So they've
over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Fields now to throw. Touchdown! David Montgomery, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the... And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. The slot man in motion right. A play fake, now Fields to throw. That is caught inside the 5.
And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Griffin. Touchdown, Bears! From a yard out, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Let's go, 26. We got to step it up.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers.
Christian Watson
with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
fielded just outside the goal line. And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Now Herbert to start the drive.
And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
A handoff for Herbert. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
They'll try and run for it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Completes it to Trevon Wesco. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a give to Herbert. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. In a division game, it's usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for the Bears, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 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 I hope y'all can nest double E, 'cause I need your eyes on me. 'Cause once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully. Put in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it 'cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped in, no, I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like a fast about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, 'cause here come the pain. No one to call up for help, no one to blame but yourself. You should've known better, however you did it, so we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a ward, wait until I score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on fours, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor, in the trenches like a war. If they wanna give 'em more, when I touch down,